I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside a ghost and hop up in a fan on. I know I'm about to blow.
Well, guys, a fantastic start to the year for Che. He's already garnering all-star votes. I spoke with him, and he was surprised to see his name up there on the leaderboard with so many other greats. Humble as always. Guys?
Great stuff there, D.A. Thank you. Truth is, Greg, Che's not the only one who's surprised.
I'll admit, I didn't think he'd get to this level this fast, but there's no denying that he's a huge difference maker for this team.
So the New York starting five, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Dotson in at the 2 guard. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Green in at the point guard. Once again, Che was named Player of the Week. Great set of games for him. So not exactly, Greg, a surprise.
And what he did for his team the last handful of games can't be measured on just the stat sheet. He was everything you want from a player, and the league rightfully acknowledged that.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. We've got a terrific front court matchup tonight. Chris, you were the prototypical 4 when you played. Who was the toughest power forward you had to defend?
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the same answer I always have. When I was in the West Coast, any given week, this is who I had to guard in a week's time. Tim Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki, Rasheed Wallace, Robert Horry, it's Karl Malone. That was all in the West Coast, and I think I played in the golden era of power forwards, and so I would just say put all their names in the hat, pick one out, and that's who was the toughest, because it was like that every night.
Hall of Famers, including yourself.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 or 4 to kick things off.
For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. 7-point differential. Smith with it. He's picked up by James. Kuzma against Randall. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
The drive by Green. James outside. Lakers working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Green with the 3. Offensive rebound. Launches a 3. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Bucket is good.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Well, All-Star Weekend isn't too far away, and the voting has already opened up. A lot of buzz that Che could find his way onto that All-Star team.
And there's so many players that deserve to be named an All-Star every year, and the competition can be unforgiving. With that said, though, Che's performances speak volumes about his impact, and I think he has a strong case to make the team.
New York comes into this one following a loss to Los Angeles.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
They just had nothing going for them. They look very defeated out there.
And whether he's stepping back or spotting up, Smith Jr. is a threat to score, especially from the mid-range.
Green against Smith. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Davis. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. Here's Portis following the basket by LeBron James. Pass to Knox. Puts it up from 12. He squares up and sinks it.
I mean, gritty work in the painted area. He needs to make the most of those chances.
Outside, Green. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. And New York the other way now. Here's Knox. Great D that time from LeBron.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
An elite passer at his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Knicks trail by 8. Passes it to Knox. Smith outside. Ayton finds Portis. Here's Knox. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 5 now. It's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Robinson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Randall comes in for Marcus Morris. Barrett's checked in for Kevin Knox. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Peyton.
Getting more comfortable shooting from inside. Even though Smith Jr. is smaller, he knows how to score in the paint. A championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
And New York, looking at who they've got, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general in his last time out against the Pistons was a driven man. He ended up with 43 points and got there the usual way, an impressive barrage of three-pointers. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. And I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
Knicks trail by 8. Here's Dotson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. LeBron against Smith. New York needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer. Drops in the tray. Dotson's got 5 now.
Not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Murray comes in for Green. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Gibson's checked in. He gets that one. McGee's got his first points in this one.
A specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
Dotson the pass to Randall. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And Morris subbed in for Damian Dotson. Green taking his time here. There's the triple. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Smith with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. And that one goes long. Lakers leading by 11. Caldwell Pope right side. They kick it out to Green. 17 seconds left in the first half. Good on the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now here is Smith. Shot to stop the run. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close.
Kevin, thank you. Well, Che, great start to the season for you, and there's been a lot of talk about you making it to All-Star Weekend. Is that one of your goals?
Ooh, absolutely. It's a goal of mine, man. I want to be an All-Star every season. It's a great honor. And that week-long party at the event is something you never want to miss. And you know what? Hopefully I never will.
Yeah, just make sure you got that VIP pass when you come in there. Back to you guys.
Second. You know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
Yeah, Greg, and that's somewhat of a surprise. But he's been really patient and unselfish.
Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. And it's Green in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Randall with the bucket.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
He's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
From deep, Green. The Lakers rebound. Davis. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. It's stolen by Green. Kuzma outside. Back to Green. Davis dishes to Green. There's the 3. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And it goes down 2 points. 9 points for Kyle Kuzma.
Good at taking initiative inside. Once Kuzma is near the hoop, he's focused on scoring.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. So, Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. And a new group in for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. Gibson comes in for Randall. Marcus Morris is checked in for Damian Dotson. And it's Dennis Smith in for Elfrid Payton.
A little bit of physicality from Bradley. Taking the knock, fighting through it to get the bucket, plus the and one chance.
Hey, Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Green against Smith. Outside, Green. Drains it from beyond the arc. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
His three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game for him.
Smith outside, over Green. And it's Smith missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
There's Green with the three. Rebounded by Knox.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Three-pointer, and he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Green. Green's got 10 points here in the second half. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. McGee with the block.
And when we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Here's Portis. 5 points in the game. From past the arc. The shot, no good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Green. Count it. Green's got 32 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Bounce pass Robinson. Puts it up from 15. Randall no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Outside Robinson. And there's the pass to Barrett. Launches it. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists.
Well, that gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Outside, Green. To the wing right side. Howard kicks to Green. Fires the three. Howard, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Morris. Green with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And here's Green outside. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Knicks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Morris against LeBron. Pass to Knox. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 to shoot. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. LeBron kicks to Green. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Green's got 41.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacings.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Here's Knox. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The drive by Green. Davis gets a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Robinson up top. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Knox. Wide open. The rebound by the Lakers. LeBron's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
We'll see you later.
So like an old college teammate of mine, he was in the crowd tonight, but I told him to come to the locker room to talk to you and a couple of other guys tonight.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll holler at him. First, let me talk to the fans, all right?
All right, man. I'll see you inside.
All right, cool. Next time, I got you. Love you too, bro.